Hello, Facebook ads people. I'm Konstantinos, and this is the Facebook ads breaking news podcast. Hello, guys. Another podcast 110. And today I think it's going to be interesting for some of you because we are going to discuss a little bit about my ad account structure for 2025. So, before that, my ad account structure was that you are working with ASC campaigns or CBO and stuff, and you're trying to scale with multiple campaigns. If you see crazy ROAS in one of your campaigns, you can increase the budget, and that's it. No retargeting, nothing at all. But to be honest with you, I realized that you can scale a little bit more if you know how to do cost caps and bid caps, which apparently are very difficult for me to make videos with on YouTube to train you. But I did make a lot of videos and a lot of Loom videos with me doing it daily on my course. Let's talk a little bit about the structures, first of all, from when you have a new pixel and an old pixel. In a new pixel, basically, you're trying to establish your position and you're trying to find what is working and what doesn't work, budgets and all of that. So in this kind of situation, you're going to run your normal campaigns, which is going to be CBO and interest. Then you can take an interest to crazy method. You're going to run lookalikes. You're going to run after some data. You're going to run also broad ASC or broad on CBO. You're going to try to compare CPMs, the videos that I have about how to train a new pixel, and try to find which is the structure that is going to work for you. Maybe you're going to find that the crazy method with the interest makeup is going to work for you, and then you're going to do this again and again and again with different creatives for different products or different angles or different emotions and all of the things that we're discussing on the daily loop theory. Now, this is what you're going to keep doing, and then when your pixel is trained enough and you jump to an ASC campaign or to broad in general, what is going to happen is that, and the structure that I like to have for trained pixels is this: zero retargeting. I'm not doing retargeting at all. I'm doing ASC campaigns mostly. If they are working for your ad account, this is the best thing. To have an ASC campaign and focus on the creative side, which means that you're putting 10 ads inside and you're optimizing on the ad level. You already have established a budget that you know that you're spending. So every campaign is going to be a 200, 300, 400 ASC campaign. You have optimized it several times. You know that is a working structure on the ad account. If you want to keep scaling, you can always try to go to higher structures, like going from, if you're always doing a 200 ASC and it's working, maybe you should try to see if you can do 400, 500 ASC each time that you're launching new creatives or a new product, especially if you're a clothing store. So you're doing this again and again, and you're having your base, okay? Your base is very important because basically it's a base that you can make it higher or lower based on the period, and you can increase budgets. Now, let's say, for example, that in a hypothetical scenario, you want to have 2 ROAS, okay? And you're launching campaigns and you're having 2.3, 2.4. In another campaign, you're having 1.7 and you try to optimize it, and the average results are above 2. In the case that you have an ASC campaign which is having 3 or 4 ROAS, then you can start increasing the budget on this campaign and try to see if you can have more sales and more volume from it. But I was thinking, how can I scale more? What can I do about it? And the answer is very simple. Very simple as an answer, not very simple as an implementation. So what I have done is that I realized that I need to find a way that, okay, I'm scaling a little bit my campaign, but when I'm scaling my campaign a little bit, then I'm risking that on a bad period, this campaign might go negative. How can I go and find the full potential scaling of a creative instead of scaling only with campaigns, extra campaigns and other angles and all of that, which is something that we know that is working? How can I scale also as much as I can my existing creatives? That was the question. And the answer was with cost caps and bid caps. So what I have realized is that when you do cost caps and bid caps, and a normal campaign, they don't cannibalize each other. It's like as if it's a different auction, and while you're using the same creative, they don't cannibalize each other when you're increasing the budget mostly from the cost caps. So the structure is this in a trend pixel. You are having a structure of how many ads you're putting and what kind of budget which is working for you. In my cases, most of the time it's 5 to 10 ads, most of the times 10 ads, and maybe a campaign, an ASC campaign of 200, 300, 400, depending on how big their account is. This is a campaign that if it doesn't have crazy good ROAS like 3, 4, 5, and I want 2, for example, in this example, I'm not going to touch and increase the budget. If it has good ROAS, I'm going to keep increasing the budget. But in order for me to get the full potential reach, instead of just doing more campaigns with other creatives, I will try also a little bit to scale the creatives that I have if they're good and working. I'm doing cost caps and bid caps. Depends on what works on each account. I'm giving this information on the course. In my opinion, it's impossible to make videos on YouTube explaining cost caps and bid caps efficiently. It has to be, or maybe if it's a 7 hours video, okay, which makes no sense. So the thing is that with cost caps and bid caps, you can start and you can have the same creative without cannibalization to the campaign that already exists, and you can increase a little bit more. Now, cost caps and bid caps are volatile, and it should not be considered that you put an endless budget to them. You have to be really careful with them. You should avoid gambling with them, and you should avoid trying to understand what kind of numbers you have, accounting the spend that you might have from the cost caps. No, you are accounting for the spend that you have from the normal campaigns. Is it going to be 100K, 200K per month? And then the cost caps is something extra. Okay, you have spent extra amount of money with cost caps, trying to scale a little bit more the creatives that are working for you and you're having results. This is my structure for 2025. So the difference is that I'm working also with cost caps and bid caps to scale as much as I can creatives that they are working on campaigns. On most cases, I will do the cost cap and the ASC campaign at the same day. I will have a campaign which is going to be an ABO with my cost caps and bid caps, and I will launch the same day the ASC with my budget and one ad set inside my cost cap campaigns. Cost cap campaign, it's going to be one per account, and I will try to work there. Most of the times it's going to be on 100 cost cap just to start with, unless if it's a high ticket item where the numbers are going to change a lot depending on the cost per purchase. But you get my point. This is the way that I do it and the way that I try to reach the maximum spend on each of the creatives that I have without having the cannibalization effect. Of course, after that, scaling is also going to be from attack periods, from scaling with other creatives, with other angles, other emotions or other products or other countries, the things that we have discussed in the daily loop theory. But and retargeting, zero, okay, because ASC is doing anyway retargeting. That's my structure. This is how I structure my ad accounts on 2025. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rules. Maybe there is a brand which needs retargeting because people buy on more than 7 days, which is my attribution model. Maybe, and things are changing in some other accounts, and there might be completely different structures over there. But this is the reason that I'm telling you that you have to learn Facebook ads in a way that you understand what you're doing instead of just following an ad account structure that somebody told you. In general, though, the ad account structure for e-commerce, if you're having a clothing store or something normal, everything is normal, I guess. I'm trying to say if you have something which is more common. Okay, that's my structure. Now, let's talk a little bit about two more things before we go to your questions. I will start with this super strange message that I got in some of my accounts. It says, you may be a class member in a lawsuit over Facebook's potential reach estimates. So if you ever see it, I have done the research to understand that most likely, the way that I understand it is that some people sued Meta in the fact that in the way that they are explaining their reach, okay, and they said that we're suing you because you reported this reach, and we believe that the reach it was a different thing and something like that. I think that what Meta is trying to do. So let me read what I read. It says if you show a message like you maybe class a member lawsuit over Facebook's potential reach estimates in your Meta Facebook ad account, it likely refers to a class action lawsuit related to misleading advertising metrics provided by Meta. Here's what it could mean. Class action lawsuit. A class action is a legal case where a group of people with similar complaints sue a company together. In the case, advertisers are suing Facebook Meta for allegedly inflating potential reach estimates, the projected numbers of people an ad might reach. Potential reach issue. Potential reach is a metric shown in Meta Ads Manager before launching an ad intended to estimate how many users might see your ad. The lawsuit alleges that Facebook knowingly overstated this number, possibly including faked or inactive accounts, making advertisers believe their ads would reach more people than they actually could. It smells to me that everybody's trying to sue a very big company in order to make money. Anyway, I would never be angry on Meta for their reach and stuff. Being a class member. If you purchase Facebook or Instagram ads during a specific period, often years prior, you may be automatically included in the class of affected users. This doesn't mean you are being sued. Rather, you are eligible to receive compensation or benefit from any settlement if you qualify. I have a friend in the United States, he tells me that a lot of times you are part of these class lawsuits and you receive a check for $7, for example, out of nowhere, you know. I think that in USA it's a pretty common thing. Next steps. The message should include a link or instructions to check your eligibility or file a claim. You may need to provide basic info like dates of your ad purchases or the amount spent. It's optional to participate, but if you do nothing, you might still get a small payout, like the thing that I told you, or waive certain rights depending on the case outcome. Would you like help checking if you're eligible or understanding what steps you can take? So this is the thing. To be honest with you, I wouldn't bother. But if you ever see it, at least you will know what is it, because I'm seeing it appearing in more and more ad accounts. The next thing that I would like to say is that about lead generation is, do you remember website and shop? Of course you remember, you use it in the United States. Now we have this option for lead generation. It's website and instant forms. Very interesting, super excited for this. I would love to test it. The thing is that with leads, it's different to call the lead on the landing page and different the lead on the instant form. So I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, because on e-commerce the sale is a sale, okay? It's not something that is not a sale and we try to make it a sale. So on lead generation website, it's better quality than the instant form. So doing it there, I don't know if it's going to help. For sure, I'm going to test it, but I believe that it's going to make things more problematic over here if you are after quality and not after quantity. That's all. Something to test. Let's go into your questions. I'm still struggling to get sales in the US, even with winning content from Australia. That spends 3K per day, and it can't get sales on 100 a day in USA. Even after 2K in ad spend, CPM is around 130 Australian dollars. Is it just a waiting game? No, it's not a waiting game. You have to understand that something that's working on another country doesn't mean that it's going to work on all the other countries. You do the same process. Okay, you go, you test interests, you test other things. You don't try to do it. After all, Australia is just how many? 20 million potentially. Okay, 20 million is just an interest for the United States. You can be expecting most of the times the thing that's working is going from USA to other countries. So going from bigger to small, going from small to bigger, your pixel is not good enough. Maybe you should try again different things like interests and all of this kind of stuff in order to train it. Also, demographics. The demographics on Australia, the demographics on Europe, the demographics on USA are different from people to people, and maybe you are targeting different demographics in different countries in order for you to be able to convince them to buy your product or products. Okay, so what you need to do over here is that you need to treat each country as if your pixel is new and try to see if other targeting is going to work and compare CPMs and all of that. I'm thinking instead of targeting the whole of the USA, I target one of the states that I'm getting sales in. What are your thoughts on this? Very bad thoughts. So I don't think you should do it because the algo likes the bigger audiences. I think you should do what I told you with the interest and all of that in order to guide the pixel. But doing different states, it has never worked. Okay, unless if you do lead generation or other kind of stuff, it has never worked. You need to target the whole United States. It's not about targeting a state. At the end of the day, you need to train the pixel to understand the whole United States. It's e-commerce. Next one. He's talking about, I had a video over here about stop excluding past customers. He says, but I think the data is still saved on the pixel or at account, so Facebook can use it as a reference, even if we exclude the past customers. What do you think? It can, I'm not saying that it's not using this data, if you exclude past customers, the pixel cannot target people based on your ideal avatar client, which is formed by the existing customers. I'm saying that if you let Facebook steal sales from the past customers and put them inside the ad set, this ad set is going to have better results because it has more data and it's going to optimize with more data and it's going to give you a lower cost per result. And he says, but at the end, we won't target the past customers. So my point is Facebook still can find new customers based on data we have on the pixel ad account. Obviously, you don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about optimization on the ad set level, not the pixel learning. I think that you should all go and watch this video about not excluding past customers and understanding what a big mistake is, because it's actually showing a live ad account that people have done it and why you should not do it. Hey Con, have a good day. Quick question. As a person that's dealing with many ad accounts, do you have to use VPN, I guess he's saying, or anything like this to keep them separated, or you just connecting to all of them straight from your network, no issues, and everything is safe? I'm not going to tell you my exact setup, but I will tell you that I don't use the VPNs and stuff. I don't do anything sketchy. I do have an ad account and business manager, and I'm logging as in the same way that an agency would log. I would go with my business manager. In risky ad accounts, I might go with email. But in my good clients, I will go with my business manager. What if I only have one ad set? Should I use ABO or can I still use CBO? If you have one ad set, it doesn't matter. You can use ABO or CBO. To me, it's going to be the same thing. Let's go to a question for the group because we always read them later. Hi, I created a custom audience CBO campaign with add to cart web visitors and engaged audience. It's been 5-6 days, but it's not performing well with almost 7 sales and the CPA is too high. I have closed the ad set that was spending and not giving sales. After that, I have the budget to 5, I don't know what currency is this. What should I do to get most out of it? Is targeting lookalike audiences better one, and how to do that? I'm not going to blame you because it looks like you are a beginner, but it's almost impossible for someone to answer questions like this. Okay, so first of all, you made a custom audience with add to cart website visitors, engaged audience. So this is a retargeting campaign, and you got 7 sales. I mean, where is your cold traffic audience, okay? And then you say that you should do lookalike. The fact that you're having sales from retargeting makes me think that you already have traffic, so maybe lookalike is going to work, but I don't know, everything is so vague. If yes, within the same CBO campaign, I guess it's a total mess question, which nobody can answer. There's so many information missing from that in order to answer. That's all I had for you, and I will see you guys on the next one. This is the end of the first part of the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. If you don't want to miss the second half of the podcast, where I'm answering all the remaining questions of the week, visit my Patreon page following the link on the description. This was the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. Like it or not, it is what it is.